welcome back. So this is video of my traveling in Japan this summer, which is actually quite a long time ago, but I was like lazy to edit the video, so it's been quite delayed. So now it's 4 in the morning and it's very dark outside, and the airport is also very calm, and all the stores are not yet open because it's very early. And there's also like some places for kids to like play, it's very nice in here. It's very cute. There's also like a shark over here. So cute, and there's also a slide with a boat. And it looks exactly like the one in the animation, so it's really nice. So now I'm going to ride the airplane, and I'm just very excited because I just love traveling, And it actually takes quite a long time for the airplane to go up in the air, actually, So it took me a long time to film, but like I filmed it in the, like the fast, the time lapse, so something like that. So now we're soon going to be flying in the air. Just wait a little bit. There you go. Now we're in the air. So right now it's actually quite foggy. So I think we should go more up into the sky if we want to see some pretty views, because right now it's like totally nothing at all right now. So now I think it's kind of pretty, isn't it? Yeah, now it looks quite nice. So now we're going to eat some food. So time to eat. So I ate bulgogi and my mom ate bibimbap. So this is what my mom ate, and so this is what I ate. It's like bulgogi. So the food, it wasn't so bad. So this is the bibimbap that my mom ate, and this one is very funny, right? That's because we're on the plane. That's why it's all like there's a lot of air inside, and it's very funny, isn't it? So now I'm on top of Japan, or over Japan, should I say? So it's very nice. There's a lot of like, it looks very interesting. So this is actually my second time visiting Japan, but my first time is actually quite a long time ago. It was like when I was like 8 years old. Yeah, seven should I say. So now we're landing. It's actually very shaky right now. And it was actually quite dizzy. But landings are always like that. So now we're slowing down a little bit. So now I've arrived in Japan for my second time in my whole life. So, it says like, so now we're walking, and now it says like, welcome to Hokkaido. It's very nice. So there's like this convenience store over here, and they also have like shinramens. And I'm gonna try out this pudding because it looks very nice. Japanese convenience stores have a lot of puddings. So the on top, it tastes kind of like vanilla, and the lower part is a little bit like darker colors. That one tastes kind of like coffee. So it's not very like special, unexpected flavor. It's just the flavors that you know of, but it was nice. The pudding was nice. So after I ate the pudding, I took the JR line, and then I arrived at Sapporo. I'm very excited right now. So I arrived at Sapporo right now, and so this place is actually a shopping mall. Like this is, every shopping mall in the underground floor, they have like these places where they sell foods, right? And that's where it's most crowded. So they have a lot of seafood here, and like sushi and stuff like that. It looks very delicious. So this is all the food that they sell a lot of foods, and we have some like cute like desserts as well. This is very cute. I forgot her name. Coffee, not coffee. Something like that, isn't it? Okay, so her name is Kirby. I'm sorry, Kirby. So, these desserts look delicious, but we didn't eat that. And I think this is a little bit healthy style restaurant. I'm not so sure. But they gave us like chopsticks. And this is a restaurant, but they're giving us like wooden chopsticks. And so this is like the appetizer, and like she told us that we're really supposed to eat it like that, but it's like really salty, but appetizers will have like interesting taste, like sour or salty or something like that. So I guess it makes sense. So this is what my sister ate, and this is what I ate. And actually I'm not 100% sure how I'm supposed to eat this thing, but I think I'm supposed to put it inside. So if I'm not right, I'm sorry, because it's very complicated. And so this is what my sister ate. That one was okay, and the egg was actually very delicious. The egg was very nice, and the rice has a little bit of interesting flavor. To be honest, this meal wasn't exactly my type, but it's like kind of like healthy style, so it was very nice. So this is not a Lego store, but these three things I will have them, and it was very nice to see them in Japan. So this is a Disney store that I found. I think it was in the same mall as the restaurant. They're wearing like Japanese clothes as well. And so this cart has like Mickey Mouse's head shape. And Donald is very cute. We have like really small ones and like fruit version as well. It's very cute, isn't it? We have so many stuffs in Disney store. Like really big teddy bears as well. Yeah, like these. Oh, the rabbits are so cute. And I found some like funny looking ones as well. And this one's look very like very pretty, very fancy, and this one is very funny. Isn't it? It's very cute. So there's really big Mickey Mouse sitting comfortably in a chair right now, and we have some. Oh, this one is very funny looking, and it's also Zootopia. It would have been nice. I would have probably bought that one if I went to Japan after I saw Zootopia 2, but I didn't. The Zootopia 2 didn't come out at that time, and I wasn't very interested in Zootopia at that time. So anyway, there's also like dresses and shoes and bags for kids, and some dolls, like interesting looking dolls as well. And it's also like this really big backpack, like Japanese kids, like not kids, or like schoolers wear super big backpacks. And this one is very creative. We can actually make Olaf as ice, and we can also put like juice or milk if we want to, I think. And oh, these dolls are very cute. It's like little bags, and there's a lot of those inside. So I bought Elsa with Olaf, and this is Elsa's bedroom. It's very cute, isn't it? And I also visited Snoopy Town. So Snoopy Town was like right next to Disneyland, I think. Yeah, I think so, yeah. So I went like August. Not August. Yeah, August. Yeah, right. August. A little bit ending of August. It's a long time ago, but luckily I wrote all the details in my notebook so that I wouldn't forget some details if I'm going to record my voice. So thankfully, I remember all the things that I should remember. So this is Pokemon Center, but this one I didn't really go inside. I think it wasn't easy to go inside. I think you have to do something to go inside. It's not basically just going inside. I think it was a little bit complicated. So this is the outside view, and I ate like gelato, and oh, it looks really delicious. And like Sapporo, the ice creams are so amazing, especially like milk ice creams. So I saw a lot of Lego displays. So if there's a Lego display, it means that there's a Lego store. But I visited this mall like two times, I think. But I never found the Lego store. I don't know why. So this is a convenience store. Now I'm shopping for dinner. So this is where I'm staying right now. So those two are just bathrooms, and this place looks very cozy. This is actually too big for just 3 people because it's just 3 people. Actually, Dad was also planning to come, but he couldn't come. So eventually, just 3 of us came here. So it's actually a lot of space for 3 people. I think almost like 7 people could actually stay in here. So big bed over here, and this is the shower room, and that's the toilet. And here's another bedroom. And there are all like 4 beds in here right now, so it's way too much for 3 people actually. So there's another bathroom over here, and so that was the 2nd floor, and this is the 1st floor. I think it'll be nice for like big families to visit. So it's actually very early right now. We didn't really want to walk around when it's late, so we came home quite early on the first day. So I bought this in the convenience store and I bought this in the Disney store. Let's do some unboxing now. So first, this is the Sylvanian, and I want the cat. And actually I got exactly what I wanted. So it's very nice, you know, I'm very lucky. And I got like this mini book and it looks very cute. So there's some instructions how to dress the doll and stuff like that. So actually I got what I wanted, but this like cat was a lot more furry than I expected. I do have some Sylvanians at home because when I was a lot younger, I did kind of like Sylvanians, but I didn't really buy a lot. But I never had like that cat series, and it's a lot more furry than I expected. And the furs are a little bit, you know, like pointy, and it's, you know, quite like spiky. So anyway, let's dress her. And the clothes is so small and she's so like spiky, so it's kind of hard to dress her. But anyway, so I dressed her like this and she's looking very cute. And she also has a little hammer and she made a little wooden cat with like arms and nails made arms and legs made out of like nails. Cute. So now time to open Elsa. You know, it's cute. I never had any of these small dolls before. And there's also like this rocking horse. It's cute, isn't it? You know, there's also a broom, like a hairbrush for her. And there's Olaf, and it's actually quite hard to remove Olaf. So there's also Elsa's like key. I'm not so sure what sort of key that is because it's been a really long time since I watched Frozen, you know, so I don't really remember actually. So there's also a little blanket for Elsa, and so Elsa is looking very cute. And the best thing about these dolls is that she can actually stand on her own, you know. Actually big dolls can't do that, so that's very nice. I think she can do it because she's much lighter than the original dolls, and her shoes are actually very big. And so it's actually quite hard to put her on her rocking horse. So this is how it looks like. It's rather, not so many stuffs. It's actually rather small. So it's very nice. And Elsa can actually bend her knees. But at that time, I didn't really know. But after that, I discovered and I was very surprised she can actually bend her knees. So anyway, like I told you, it's just the dolls and her bed, so there's not many things to do, like just this rocking horse. So actually we can also comb her hair, but I don't want to untie her hair because if I do that, I think it's just gonna get more tangled. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not so sure what I'm doing with Elsa right now. What am I doing? Maybe I'm trying to pet Olaf. So, oh, we can also remove her shoes. It's very nice, you know. It's very nice that she can actually stand. I think it's very good. I think I'm actually like running out of ideas how to play with it. So I'm just doing anything like what am I doing right now? So like Olaf can also sit on top of Elsa, and Olaf is very cute, isn't it? He looks like a little baby. How old is Olaf actually? I'm not so sure. Is it mentioned in Frozen, or maybe it's not mentioned? So anyway, Elsa's bed is actually looking very nice, and her dress is very cute too. So it's very nice. So this is what I bought on the first day, and very satisfied with it. So bye bye. Now I'm going to close this, and now time to eat dinner. So these are all the ramens, I think, because it's like Japanese ones in the supermarket, and not the supermarket, the convenience store. So this is what I ate. So the noodle is basically very like, yeah, it's very nice. And there's like this Korean ramen that tastes quite similar to this one, but the meat that was included was so salty, and this one was salty too, so that I added like water to it. But the ice cream is just unbelievable. That one was so good too. So now it's day 2 already, and I visited the Mega Don Quixote And as you can see, there are lots of things in here, and like Sanrio, I'm gonna see them. And there are so many dolls and socks and all sorts of things, you know, like so many items. There are so many things. We have like slippers, bags, and little like earrings, and like even like your hairband and like also headband or stuff like that. And these are like pastries, and guess what, this is a sandwich. Isn't it adorable? I think that one looks really nice. That's very creative, you know. And we also have clothes. We even have clothes. My god. And now they're wearing like the Japanese traditional outfits as well, and there's also like magnets over here. I think it'll be nice for like souvenirs. So now I'm going up to the second floor. So this is really like high, and you know, but I think I just saw like first or second floor mostly. So we have some like these nice figures here, and also like Sylvanians. We have so many of them all around the place. But if you ask me, they are actually quite expensive than I thought, because I thought it'll be a little bit cheaper in Japan, but no, not really. It's very pricey. So anyway, we have adorable like ones, and there's even a one that's closing her eyes, you know. It's very cute. So this is what we ate. So this was a restaurant, but it wasn't really what we were expecting. They mostly like sold very like small foods, but the people like they were very like welcoming, so we like sat down. But like after we looked at the menu board, we realized it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. But at that point, it felt kind of awkward to leave because they were so nice to us. So we just decided to eat there anyway. But the food was actually quite salty, and I think that's because most of the dishes are meant to be eaten with drinks. It was like in the daytime, and there weren't many people, and it was actually a little salty, but it was okay because we couldn't really find a restaurant. I mean, I don't know, I don't remember actually. So this is like a gacha store, and I decided to pick some like doll shoes. I'm really obsessed with doll shoes. And so I got like a pink boot shoe, and this is the best ice cream I ever had. Actually, I don't remember which store it was, but it was so good. So the reason why I filmed the bird is because the bird was so big. So anyway, now we're gonna try out some convenience store slushies, you know. I think it's gonna be so nice. I'm so excited. So it's like there are lots of reflections, so that's why I covered it. So this is the vegetable flavor, and that's the blueberry one. So the blueberry one actually tastes very nice, and I filmed this one because it looks funny. It's not that I went to that store, but I just saw it and it looked funny. So I also like visited a little store and some juice again. And this is the bathroom, but in front of the restroom, they are wearing scarves. That's so cute, isn't it? And this one, look at that, there's a bird drawn on it. There are nice details. So this is a very famous bakery. I forgot the name, but it's really delicious. So this is Sapporo Tower. I think, yeah, kind of like that. And the sky is so pretty today, isn't it? It's so nice. The weather is very good, but probably it was quite hot. But you know, it looks very nice. But I think it was a little hot because, you know, the reason why we came to like Sapporo and not like Tokyo and places like that, because it was summer. It would be too hot in Tokyo. So the beer museum and the Sapporo Tower, they're just the things that I saw on my way to come to this supermarket. You know, I love supermarkets. I walked like for an hour, and that was so tiring. That was so hard. So anyway, this is like Lego things, but you know, Lego is just the same all around the world. All around the world, so it's not very special. And we have some like dolls here, like Lika. I think they're kind of like a Japanese Barbie or something like that, but they are a lot shorter than Barbie, and there's a lot of doll clothes as well. But what's interesting is that the clothes are almost as expensive as a doll. I mean, the clothes are actually very expensive. And you know, we have like Sylvanians again. We have so many Sylvanians. Oh my god, so many of them, and some like Sylvanians with like little items like these. You know, there's also like Sylvanian displays. You know, oh they're so cute, isn't it? Oh, I love them. You know, but you know, Sylvanians. The problem is it gets dirty in the future. Like you know, there's a lot of like dust and stuff like that on top of your Sylvanian toys. So this is also like, I think this is like a doll for a little younger children, you know, like a little big dolls. So I'm now back to the bakery and we wrapped them and now we're taking them home, and this melon bread tastes really amazing, and this salt bread is just mind-blowing. You know, it really even looks delicious in the camera. You know, it really looks nice, right? Oh, I love it. So now we're sort of like shopping for dinner. You know, we just ate lunch outside, and basically like breakfast and dinner we just ate at home. So I really filmed everything, even the stuff that are not really necessary. So this is what I ate for dinner, I guess. And I'm gonna try to eat some like jellies. You know, this is a very famous bread, not bread, famous jelly. And I know they also sell this jelly in Korea, but it's a lot more cheaper in Japan. So the taste isn't very special, but what's interesting is the texture. You know, it feels like chewing a balloon. You know, it actually really looks like a grape. So that one is a green grape, and this is the original one, the purple one. And oh wow, it really looks like a grape. So now it's morning and I'm eating shin ramen. So now on day 3, I went to Big Camera. You know, I think this is some sort of like sale store that sells a lot of like cameras or something like that. But they also like kind of like sell toys. And Sylvanians, they are I think a lot more cheaper, I guess, because it's like on sale, I think. You know, and there's also like a blueprint about this little castle, and there's also like hamsters over here. They're so cute. So these two look like their father, and the one on the right look like their mother. It's so cute, you know, it's totally adorable. And this one's really cute too. The hamster is really amazing, and there's also Likas over here, and they are a lot more cheaper than the ones on Toys R Us. So I think if you want to buy some toys, it'll be the best decision to buy it here. So you know, there's a lot of clothes, and the clothes are also a bit more cheaper as well. And there's also Legos over here. So the Lego is the same all around the world, but this store is actually quite big. So I think it's very nice. Oh, that's SpongeBob. So this is what I ate on day 3, and it was actually very nice. I think this is almost the only proper meal I had. I mean, the first day was also a proper meal as well, but that wasn't really exactly my type. So this one was nice, you know, and it was very delicious. You know, I love the sushis and stuff like that. It was very nice. You know, there are lots of sauces, so each one has their own like sauces. You know, this one, oh, it was very nice. So this is what I ate on day 3, and I found the gacha with these mini Sylvanians, and I got the kitchen with the mommy rabbit, you know. And this one is very nice. It's like protecting your arms. And there's like raw like shrimp and like fried shrimp. You know, they have such good ideas. And I found like a pop-up store with like a rat wearing a bread costume, and I drank like apple juice, and I came back to the pop-up store. I'm not so sure exactly if it's cute. I think it kind of looks like funny, but I think it's a nice idea. Actually, guess what? I found those rat with bread costumes later on at Korea as well. And I love those like little green figures. They look cute. And guess what? I found the Lika's shoe store again, a shoe gacha again, and I wanted to try again because I wanted some white shoes, you know. And oh, this one's white, so at least it's a different one. And oh, guess what? I got what I wanted. So I'm eating like like, what do you call it, ice cream, yeah, like milk ice cream again, and that was delicious too. And this is like a Sanrio store, and I've realized, like, if you go to Japan, there are a lot of stores that has like flickering lights, yeah, so yeah, I saw quite a lot of it, like lights flickering. So anyway, we have a lot of cute dolls in here. Dolls and like also like letters, Oh, this one I saw before, right? And there's also like Alexandrio gachas, and it looks very cute, right? They're wearing ribbons, like earrings, and little like doll earrings as well. Cute. And oh, we have like baby outfits. That's cute. And like some traditional outfit dolls as well, and some stickers too. And I think this is kind of new because this was out in the front. So I guess that's like summer new set, new things. And then this is like a chocolate store, and I got this one for free. And so we picked some chocolates, and this is the trash can in here, and the trash can even looks like a chocolate. So now we bought lots of chocolates, and this is also one of like the like supermarkets underground in the shopping mall, and this place looks like a library. It's not a library, it's like, I think, like powder sauces, but it looks like a library, So now I'm going back home. So my dinner is starting with an ice cream. So this one they sell in the supermarket. This is one of the very nice ice creams, and these rolls are very delicious too. And I also ate like grape as well, and then this was like lemon yogurt pudding thing. This was quite nice too, and I also ate bread with milk. So this is what I ate, and now it's day 4 morning again, and I'm eating shinramen again, and oh, it looks delicious. And I also shared some rice with my sister. So that one has like rice underneath. And I'm also eating chocolate, but I just ate 1 bite each because I just wanted to show you the colors inside. I just ate 1 bite each. I didn't eat all 4 of them at once. I can't do that. That's way too sweet. So now we're planning to ride this subway. Yeah, subway. Okay, so this is the 4th day, which is almost the last day. So I think I just wanted to film everything. So the subway is coming, and today we're going to Otaru. So I also filmed the inside because there weren't many people. So now we arrived, and then we have to ride this another train. I don't exactly know the name, but this one we can actually see the waves. We can see the sea, It's quite cool, isn't it? So right now I'm actually standing because all the seats are taken. And I think it's just better to stand up because if I sit down, I can't film very easily. So I'm just standing right now. So this day, actually, we have a lot of behind stories because my sister left her backpack in the train, and it was very tricky finding that. Anyway, that was very like hard work, So we ate at KFC, and I think this is some sort of like old railway. And there are some like these glass decorations, like stuff like this. It looks very cool. So Otaru like this, and Litao. So this is also a famous dessert shop, and I think it'll be very nice to hand out like gifts, So this is like Otaru Canal, and this is also one of the places that you must visit if you visit Otaru, It was very nice. There's also a person doing like street performance with her guitar, with his guitar, and it was very nice. So this is also one of the like the photo spots, It looks very nice. It's very good. And oh, this looks exactly like the Otaru Canal. And this is ice cream again. So this one was also very nice too. Every ice cream is really nice, and I found like Miffy Kitchen here. It's so cute. We have a lot of like foods with Miffy, Miffy is so cute, It's really nice, Look at all these things. They're also like they're all things to eat, and it's all Miffy. It's cute. cute. I think this like bakery, should I say, this Miffy kitchen is looks very cute, but the taste isn't very special. Actually, the taste isn't that good, but I think it's nice because it looks cute. And they're not just selling foods, they also sell some like dolls as well, and like some keyrings and stuff like that. So I bought one like bread in Miffy Kitchen, and there's also Snoopy Village over here as well. So this Snoopy Village is a little bit different from the first Snoopy Village that I visited on my first day. So they also sell foods as well. This like Snoopy Village also sells foods, and this is like the music box store, should I say. This is the most famous place in Otaru, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's a very famous place and there are so many people and it's just so crowded. And look at all these music boxes. We have so many music boxes. And so this is the view from the second floor. And second floor, I think they are selling a bit more expensive stuff, like more valuable stuff. It says like, don't touch and just look like that. So I'm back in the first floor, and this purple egg looking like music box is the one that I bought, and I'm eating this vegetable smoothie again. And oh, it's the sea again. And now we're going back home to Sapporo right now, and oh, it's very nice. It's very nice to see the sea. And oh, there's a really big rock. Should I say, is it a rock? You know, I think it's way too big to be a rock. But this is also a supermarket, I think. And I'm doing some shopping now, you know, like some shopping for snacks. You know, I bought these two. You know, I think it's gonna taste very nice. So these are all the things that we bought. I also bought this one. It looks very cute, you know. So this is like a ramen shop. So this place was kind of like a food court. So it's not really like a professional something like restaurant. So it was actually very oily, and I didn't really like it that much because, you know, it wasn't so good. But I think, of course, if you eat it in a good restaurant, it'll be nice. But this traveling, it was more focused on our like souvenirs, so it wasn't really focused on the food. So I ate that salt bread again, and that was really nice. And this dinner is also starting with an ice cream again. And so I ate a lot of stuff, and now I'm trying out this like peach jelly, but the grape ones taste better. And we also have an Otaru magnet, and this is Miffy bread. I think it was like red bean inside. So now it's the last day already, day 5, and now I'm going back to New Chitose Airport, riding the JR line. So New Chitose Airport. So at the airport, I ate an ice cream, which is my 8th ice cream in this travel, and we have a lot of Pokies in here. Poki has so many flavors, and see like lights flickering again. There's a lot of stores with like light flickering. So this is like the airplane meal. It wasn't so bad, I think. So yeah, this is what I ate, and this is what my mom ate, I think. So now I'm back in Korea. So this travel was very nice, and I liked it very much. So now I'm riding the car and going back home, and I saw like several airplanes, like mini airplanes. They're so cute. I envy them so much, the people inside that train, but if they're like landing, I don't really envy them that much because they're just arriving in the airport, and that's not really exciting, isn't it? So anyway, this is the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye bye.